Why, yes. Hello, hello, hello. Sorry about the wait there. I had a couple of audio issues pertaining to the whole Tex Murphy Overseer setup. That is, again, I must stress, frightfully complicated. At least to me it is. So everything should be good now. Now here's the rub. Obviously, I damn well hope that the game itself, the game that we're going to be playing today, yes, also has audio. That would be spectacular. So let's just turn on the camera and see if that at least works. Hello, hi, I'm the Space Quest historian. Good evening everyone in the chat. Hello, Sirayar, thank you so much for showing up. Lieutenant, good to see you as always. Summer, on vacation, in some place that apparently has shitty internet, but welcome to the stream. And Red Star, famous dev of Poison Pawn. Hello, yes. Sorry, we're not going to be seeing any Tex Murphy today. We are, in fact, going to be seeing some Contradiction, Spot the Liar. Oh, and Me Loves Games too. Welcome to the stream as well. And well, that's pretty much it. It's been a bit of a crazy day, really. I came home from work, had some dinner, and then went up to this office that you are currently seeing, and had a very nice hour and a half long talk with Charles Cecil of Revolution, along with Fred, my co-host of Backseat Designers. And yes, it was recorded, and that interview will be coming out on Backseat Designers on Monday, as in Monday next week. So that's fun. And my God, that person, that man, that glorious piece of Britishness sure can spin a yarn. He was, I mean, we said, oh, it's going to be an hour tops. You'll be fine. We're not going to take you away from anything. And about an hour and 10 minutes into it, we were realizing there is no way we can cut off this man. I mean, we were really just biting our nails going, oh, God, we have to get to, because we had a bit of a chronology we wanted to get through from his beginnings to, current day and all of that stuff. And the first half hour was all just, glorious anecdotes of how he got started in the industry and, leading up to how he founded Revolution and their first games and such. And we were just looking at the watch going, this is brilliant. It's not going to fit in an hour, but it's brilliant. So there's going to be an extra special long interview with Charles Cecil on backseatdesigners.com on Monday next week. So, and if you're watching the VOD at a later date, that would be Monday, May 14th, 2018. So if you're watching this like way ahead in the future, then it is already there. It has already happened. My glasses are dirty. Hang on a bit. Sucks to have all this dandruff. My God, am I stalling? Yes, I am. There is one thing that I wanted to get out of my system before we get in and play some Contradiction, and that is, I hope to finish Contradiction today. If we are to believe Summer, then we are quite near the end, and also believe the in-game progress counter, of course. We are quite near the end, so my guess is we're going to finish Contradiction today. And next Tuesday, we're going to be starting up a new game. Now, here's the kicker, though. I am going to move this Tuesday stream back an hour, meaning that currently, as you all know, you lovely people who join in the chat and watch these streams live, they start at midnight Danish time. Midnight CET, I believe. Midnight Danish time, which is technically Wednesday at 0 o'clock, but I call them Tuesday streams anyway because I'm awake. I woke up, it's a Tuesday, and then I went through my entire day, and then boom, it's midnight, and then I start the stream. However, in the future, starting next Tuesday, the Tuesday stream will be happening on Tuesdays at 11 p.m. Danish time, which again, I'm pretty sure is CET. Actually, I looked this up on Google, and it started to time zones confuse me a lot. So what I'm going to do is just type in Google current time in CET, and it says that CET currently is 11:13, and that's not where I am. So CET is Central European time. Well, fuck me. Because it is in fact an hour later where I am. It is 13 past midnight. So it is not CET. Anyway, in order to avoid confusion, just go to Google and say 11 p.m. Denmark in wherever you are. And that will give you the starting time for next Tuesday's stream. I hope you're all with me on that, because I know that sounded very confusing, and I'm very bad at explaining things. Red Star says she's in Belgium, and it is midnight, 13 past midnight, and that is the same time zone I am in, so cool. Yes, math, it burns. Razor X Suicide, you're absolutely right. That absolutely fucking sucks. I hate it. So, yes, Summer is absolutely correct. Streams are starting an hour earlier on Tuesdays. So it actually is Tuesday when I start streaming. So hope you're with me on that. The good news is that next Tuesday, if we finish Contradiction, which I'm pretty sure we will be the seventh guest. Yes, we're going to play the seventh guest on this stream, and hopefully you lovely people watching and commenting, watching this live, will help me out. The thing is, through the magic of technology, I am able to grant people access to watch my computer screen and actually take over the mouse. It's a little thing called Parsec that someone on Twitter pointed me at, and Iavonix and I have been using it to play Mudlarks, which is gonna come out sometime in the future on the channel. Long story short, this thing allows me to invite people to, watch my computer screen in real time, and I can then grant them access to, control the mouse. So what I'm hoping to do is, by playing the seventh guest, I will be inviting people in, most likely Patreon backers, because, got to get their money's worth somehow. Invite them in and play the game with me. And they can go into the SQH Discord. There is a backers-only voice chat in Discord, so they can hop on there and actually be part of the commentary live going out on the tubes and the Twitches and the you-know-whats. And there'll be an invite link in the SQH backer Discord channel, and you can actually go and play the game physically with me instead of just watching it, which I hope people will, because I suck at the seventh guest. I suck at anything that has to do with logic puzzles. If no one shows up, God forbid, I do have the official strategy guide to the seventh guest up there on my shelf somewhere, and I'm going to be using that as well, but I really hope that people will show up to help me play the seventh guest. Because we're not just playing the original seventh guest, we are playing the mobile version, the remastered version that came out, I don't actually know when, but it is a tremendously good version of it. Playing the Android version, gonna emulate that on the computer. The good thing about that is, first of all, it has subtitles on it, so we can talk over the dialogue and people can still read along to the dialogue. And second of all, it has some, amenities like I think you can teleport from room to room. Actually, I can't remember if you could do that in the original game. Fuck it, that is not important. Point is, we're going to be playing the remastered version, and I hope you lovely people will join. And Iavonix in the chat says that Parsec co-play is so much fun. She would know firsthand. Yes, and you will all see sometime in the future when our co-playthrough of Mudlarks comes out. Anyway, hope all that made sense. Tuesday streams an hour earlier, and next Tuesday we'll be playing the seventh guest. And by we, I mean we will be playing the seventh guest. So if you would like to be part of that, as I said, Patreon backers are the ones who are going to get invited in to actually take control of the mouse and join me on the commentary stream. So just scoot your ass over to patreon.com/backseatdesigners and just throw me a buck. Actually, I don't care if you throw me a buck and then after the seventh guest is over, just decide to cancel your pledge, your subscription, or whatever it's called. Whatever. If you just want to get in and play, just throw me a buck. That gets you into the backers only part of the Discord channel. That's where you find the link to take over my computer. And that sounds so awful, but trust me, it's not something you can use on a regular basis. You can't just hack the Matrix with that link. It's only live for when the game is running and all of that shit. So hopefully that will turn out well. And now, for Andy P says, can I take you over? Well, technically, if you play your cards right. No, yes. Restream is a bit more biased towards Twitch, I would imagine. Also, I have the Twitch, there's a setting inside of Twitch that says, turn down lag or something. It probably has a fancier name than that, but I have that enabled. Restream adds a bit of lag because it has to co-stream to YouTube as well. Bullshit. Anyway, let's stop rambling, because my god, that went on for a while. Let's get in and play some Contradiction. I'm going to start the game and cross my fingers that the audio will play. Play audio. There you go. Oh, that is the stuff. I hear audio. That's good. I like it when I hear audio. That is amazingly loud on my end, actually. But here we go. Some contradiction for you. Yes, subtitles on. And everything seems to be good over on the streamy thing here. Yes, so let's get in and load game 2. Now, as you can see, progress 0%. That should change when I load this game. Ding ding. Don't forget to use the map and tips. Thank you. I know. Game screen confirms us, Seriarth. Excellent. Thank you very much. Now let's just head on into the home screen and say, okay, progress 78%. So we're 12% short of actually getting through the game. Now the mirror room. What a festive little jaunt that was. We should probably go and ask. Actually, let's just have the tip thing give us a little recap of what to do. There are things you haven't asked everyone about yet. So let's go and do that. Actually, I want to go have a chat with... oh shit, that's not the map. This is the map. Want to go have a chat with Small Dick Ryan over here. Ryan is the son, Paul is the father. Yes, so I'm going to have a chat with Ryan over here. And see if he knows anything about this highly suspicious mirror room.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I have many questions. Could you please... Arthritis, we've known about that. Atlas mirror room, what the fuck?
Can you tell me what you know about the mirror room upstairs?
Oh, you found that then?
Yes, I let myself in.
Well, it's very similar to the costumes, Inspector. It's designed to help the students look at themselves differently.
You're piss drunk.
What do you do with the mirrors?
Well, sometimes we hump them.
Look at yourself, Inspector. You look at yourself until you start seeing yourself as others do. And you don't see yourself as you do anymore. It really, the idea is that you can see yourself eventually any way you wish.
So why in a locked room?
To make sure you're not distracted, that's all.
How often is it used?
Not often, a few times a month. Some students find it useful, some don't.
And I have just enabled a cutesy little thing called compression, which should auto-duck, as when I talk over the game, it should automatically turn the game volume down. So there we go. That little trinket solved. Mirror room is used by students. It's locked so they aren't distracted, and the mirror room is only used a few times a month. Fancy enough? Hey, look, we can exit conversations. The game didn't do its usual little fucky uppy thing. Interesting. Did anything ever happen in the door on the right? I forget. I doubt it. Okay, nothing. Now, let's take the long walk. Everyone loves the long walk. First of all, we go into the clearing. Has anything changed in here? No. Let's go left then. Continue down here. Let's go to the Cheti. Nothing's changed here, I would imagine. No. It's very nice, though. And I've lost my way. I believe this is the way. Yes, and we go here. Nothing's changed. Are we actually going to find anything on these screens, or are they just there for flavor? We shall head into Woods Lane, and we shall converse with, oh, the Moron twins. Except they're not twins, and that would be very, very weird, since they're dating. Emma?
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Yes, there are things I want to ask about. Stolen laptop. Oh, that's right. Simon had his laptop stolen from the very secure room upstairs. Bullshit. First of all, Ryan's arthritis. Because he takes pills for that. We saw that. He stashes a bunch of drugs at the pub. And his wife is a witch. Now, that is just speculation on my part. But bugger me, fuck way, sideways, and every which ways. If we're not gonna knock the table, and also that will be confirmed, I'm sure, but let's ask about it.
Did you know about Ryan Round's arthritis?
Arthritis?
Apparently not.
I didn't think Ryan had arthritis.
Oh, the way he bent me over every which ways and sideways. There, I got through that sentence. Are you proud of me?
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Mirror room.
No,
what's
I
a mirror?
heard about it, but I think it was only for the students later on the course. Something like that.
Well, you're just no fucking help at all, are you? Simon!
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Hello. I have to stop saying hello all the time. I've noticed that. I'm watching back some of my videos, especially that one with the Russian giant spider investigator. And every 2 seconds, hello, 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 ghost, hello, spider, hello, rat. Gotta stop doing that.
Did you know about Ryan's arthritis?
Ryan? He's got arthritis?
Yes, I'm just outing everyone's secrets
I didn't know. I hadn't noticed he had any problems.
Ah, Grey Fox! Hi, Space! That's my new nickname. I'm glad I made it in time. Hello, Grey Fox. Hello, Tika. Hello, Yawny Summer. Don't worry, I'm gonna sneak in a few yawns myself. Which is one of the reasons why I'm moving the stream back an hour. Because I've noticed starting the stream at midnight and then ending around 2, it's just doing my head in. I don't get enough sleep as it is, and I really need to start doing more of that. However, mirror rooms are always fun. Let's ask about that.
Do you know about the mirror room at Atlas?
Really enunciate.
Well, it's mainly for the auto-hypnosis module.
Hypnosis.
You go in and
Hypnosis.
you stare into the mirror and you go into a trance.
Oh,
And
nothing.
when you're ready, you come back out.
So you just go in whenever you want to?
Oh, no. There's certain times when you're allowed in, and only they know the combinations anyway, so...
Well, only they and me.
You don't know the combination?
No.
Who was it we saw scooting in and out of the... room? I seem to remember when we went up the stairs, someone was leaving the mirror room, and it looks suspiciously a lot like Simon. Restar says sleep is a waste of time. Yes, for game developers. Now, I'm not a game developer. I wish I was, but I'm not. Didn't know the combination to the mirror room, except I'm pretty sure we saw him. Simon let down the business card where the code was written on it. That he did. Thank you, Siriar. That he in fact did. Dropped a business card. Wrote his pin on... Well, that is the contradiction, of course. Yes. Didn't know the combination. However, this has got to be it. Yes. There we go. Thank you, Siriar.
So you didn't know the combination to the locked mirror room?
Nope.
Except... you'd written it down, hadn't you? This is the combination to the mirror room, Simon.
Why did he...
You wrote.
Why did he just hand it to us then?
It's a combination.
It's a very shitty one as well.
You see, this sort of thing makes me suspicious, Simon.
Does it
What
really?
were you doing in there that you didn't want anyone, including me, to find out?
It's just
Having a
part of
wank?
the course, isn't it? I just wanted to go in there when I was ready.
On your own? Didn't give the number to anyone else?
No.
Yeah,
Simon,
bullshit.
There was morphine kept in that room that might have played a part in Kate Vine's death.
This looks very bad
Did
for you.
Kate have the number?
Yes, okay. We both went in.
To have a wank.
Together?
We were trying to outdo each other. We both tried to morph in.
What do you mean trying to outdo each other?
Oh, the whole...
It's part of the course.
Yeah, the whole...
To see how far you
don't
can push yourself.
feel guilty, do weird
See-
shit.
If you could do something you wouldn't normally do.
When was this?
Oh, and morphine's
months
one of
ago.
those?
How often did you try it?
Only that once. I'd never do it again.
How about Kate?
I don't know. Sorry.
Ding ding, motherfucker! I got an achievement that says no cheats used. Bullshit.
That's how Kate got the morphine. But what exactly does this testing involve?
And
This have been what killed Kate.
could have been.
Clock. Just an hour left to solve this thing.
Oh, we really are coming up on the end times. Do you think we should call Inspector Don't Give a Fuck first and just tell him that we've actually found something new? Well, hello, James and person. More weed, I see. Well, we haven't seen the bald guy. I think he's just a delivery dude. Ah, shit, let's go. Actually, no, wait. Let's save our game a lot. Yes, Inspector Don't Give a Fuck. That is exactly his name. Let's go in and have a little check. It didn't actually add anything to my my thingamajig up here, my list of questions, but I think maybe Old Jamesy Poo would be the sort of person to stash his shit. Stashy, stashy? No, no. Maybe further up. This is what I do. I just trespass the ever-living fuck out of people's property. Ah, yes, 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 we can investigate a lot. Let's do that indeed. Oh, onions.
So James is interested in poppy pods, is he? I think he's got some explaining to do.
Yes. Is he making opium or heroin? Seems like a strange hobby, but okay. Yeah, Inspector don't give a fuck. It's been phoned at least 7 times. I would not react kindly to that either, but he is the inspector. I mean, honestly. Oh, morphine. Yes, you also make morphine. But morphine is an opiate.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Poppy putties. First of all, now it's unlikely he would know about that, and it's unlikely he would know about the mirror room, but the poppy putties. Not Tide Pods, kids. Don't do Tide Pods.
What can you tell me about several boxes of dried poppy pods in the greenhouse back there?
Yeah, that you received 5 minutes ago.
Take some if you want.
What are they for, James?
Decoration? Why?
No,
Decoration.
You're bullshitting me.
There's a big market for them among the over 70s.
So what are you doing with them?
Selling them? To grannies?
Okay, James, let's just cut to the chase. Are you extracting opium from them?
Me? I can honestly say I've never done anything like that, Inspector.
I've had other people do it.
Scout's honour.
And who
Would you look me in the eye when you say that?
Bring them.
A friend. Someone gave them to him. He asked me if I wanted them. I said I'd have a look and see if I liked them.
You just thought you'd have a look? No particular reason?
I'm a plant scientist, that's what I do.
Have you
You're
ever
a very
sold
shifty
them to anyone
motherfucker,
else?
aren't you?
I only got them a few minutes ago.
In the past. You know Kate's body had opium in the blood when it was found?
No, I didn't. Hey, that's nothing to do with me.
Oh, now you look me in the eye. Yeah, I think he might be... Now here's a theory. He might not be as down on the whole Atlas thing, or at least maybe he's just supplying Ryan with drugs in the hopes that it'll somehow bring it down. Something. I think he's connected with Ryan. And I shall also just check the valve and stay hydrated, as should you. Especially if you're out in the sun, Summer. Stay hydrated. Don't want anyone passing out on the beach from having too much fun. Or fun at all, anyway. Right. Used for decoration bullshit. Never extracted opium from the pods. Pods from a friend who didn't want them. I'll be back for you.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Yeah, if that's okay. Which it has to be. Ladies and gentlemen, a crash course in how not to grade day for night film. Well, at least, actually, I was thinking that just a second ago. It's interesting how they did, do separate FMVs for every hour of the case. Every time you walk up and down somewhere, every time there's a transition scene, it's made to look like, an hour has passed. We didn't ask him about the mirror room. He did not know anything about the mirror room, Siriar. The game flat out told us he wouldn't know anything about that. Stay hydrated with morphine. We were supposed to phone up our inspector. Don't give a shit. So let's go and do that. See if he's still awake. I mean, coffee is a hell of a drug as well. Beats morphine. Well, depending on what ails you, of course. I'm rambling, aren't I? Nope. Nothing. All right. Well, let's just see if Paul
A few more
has
questions, please.
something to tell us. Well, first of all, there's the stolen laptop. You nicked it, didn't you? Jenks hasn't asked Paul about this yet. Select to ask what he knows. This is the keyring that Simon dropped, and also the business card, and also the prescriptions, although it is unlikely he would know about the medical cupboard in the pub. Well, he would probably know about his son's arthritis, wouldn't he? Okay, so let's start with the business card. Who's Aztec and who's Dean Hayfield?
Do you know who this is? Dean Hayfield, Aztec.
Sorry, never heard of him. We have some prisoner of a sort who does our IT. Large guy. No manners.
Thank you, Satan, for that concise response. How about this thing? The St. Bernard thing.
Seen this before anywhere?
No.
Okay, well, that's it apparently. Did you nick someone's laptop? You kleptomaniac.
What do you know about Simon's laptop being stolen from Atlas?
No, I wasn't happy about it.
What did you do about it?
Ryan paid a con man to install a complicated CCTV system at twice the price that it would probably have cost.
Did I mention my son is a complete imbecile? Okay, no thefts have happened since. I doubt it, seeing as you have a veritable pharmacy growing in the mirror room. But maybe he wouldn't know anything about that. Arthritis.
When did Ryan begin to suffer from arthritis?
Ryan doesn't suffer from arthritis.
Really?
The only thing that Ryan suffers from is a pathetic inability to deal with any kind of discomfort. He pulled his back sometime last year. Since then, he's going around telling everybody he suffers from arthritis.
So he's a drug addict.
Oh, he only has medication because his GP, who is almost as dysfunctional as he is, keeps prescribing it for him.
So you don't believe he really has arthritis?
Not at all.
Well, throw your son under the bus then. That's perfect. Ryan has a low pain threshold. There's probably going to be something, because timelines are always a thing in this game, and that sucks for me, because I can't remember what I had for breakfast last year. Yesterday, I mean. Or last year, for that matter. But this whole Ryan pulled his back last year, there's got to be a contradiction in there somewhere. He probably went skydiving or something last year, and no arthritis at all. Alright, mirror room.
Can you tell me about the room with the mirrors at Atlas? The one with the combination lock?
How did you get in there?
I was given the code for the combination.
By Ryan?
Well, nobody else is allowed to know the code.
Telling a little fib, aren't we?
Theory.
So how's the room used on the course, then?
It's a meditation room where the students can reflect on themselves, literally.
And what about the CD?
Well, that helps too. It's part of the program.
So you send the students into the room, they put the CD on, they stare into the mirrors. And how long does this last for?
Until the CD finishes or they fall asleep. What else would you like to know?
Everything. What's your blood type? Do you have a crazy fascination with poppy pods, perhaps?
What do you know about poppy pods?
Poppy pod?
Ever come across anyone selling them, using them?
No.
Well, that was intriguing. I remember that guy's disgust about Simon. Yes, that is true. He really hates that dude. But he seems to hate everyone.
Okay, that's it
leave
for now.
me for a bit.
Thank you.
Are you attracted to the smell of lilacs? You ever seen a grown man naked? What else would you like to know? Yes, why the fuck is morphine kept in there and used by students? Exactly, Summer. That would be a great thing to ask. Okay, let's ask his wife why she keeps enabling Ryan to pop pills. Actually, let's just have a look in the restaurant. Has anything changed over here? Fuck all has changed. The sound of the crowd are just ghosts hovering around this pub. It's a haunted pub. Hello, 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 Presidi Belly.
A couple more things, please.
What's my blood type? Andy P asks. I have no fucking idea. Probably should know, but I don't. Never seen the business card, never seen the key ring. It's unlikely she would know about the laptop. She explains to Jenks about Ryan's. Oh, so the wife is in on it. Yes. Sorry, my memory's a bit fuzzy. That's interesting. So she buys into his arthritis thing.
Do you know anything about a locked room at Atlas with mirrors in it?
Not off the top of my head, no. I think that's a question for Ryan.
It might be. I just wanted to know if you guys get up to any weird shenanigans in there.
What do you know about poppy pods?
Go on.
Ever come across anyone trying to sell them or anything like that? Maybe even in here?
It's a weird thing. I mean, I can sell you drugs, or I can sell you things that you can use to extract drugs with. Which would you prefer? Oh, now, mate. Think I'll take the hard way out. There you go. Poppy pods for you. Doesn't know much about them. I am leaving.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Actually, let's just use the travel thing and go to Eden Lodge. Hi. Are you guys getting sick of me yet? Well, tough fucking shit.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Hello, hello. Arthritis? No, no, yes.
Odd question, but have you ever seen...
Oh, that's the first time he's let in with odd question.
Poppy pods? As in, for opium? No. Though, James did have opium tea once, I think.
Where did he
drink it, or did he just have it?
I didn't ask. James does his own thing.
What does opium tea taste like?
I don't know. I didn't try it.
Really?
I didn't want to risk it, did I? But I went to hospital
happily shoot up
once,
morphine in a mirror room.
I had codeine, and I went into anaphylactic shock. The doctor said it was an opium derivative.
Oh, but then you tried morphine, did you? I don't fucking think so, dude. It's allergic to opiates. However... Oh, bugger me, where is it? Mirror room. He and Kate took morphine in the mirror. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit.
You and Kate took morphine in the mirror room. That's what you said, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you're allergic to opiates, Simon. Opium.
I mean, what kind of an idiot do you take me for?
Did you?
Well, no, I didn't. Kate did, though.
I thought you were trying to outdo each other. That was the point, wasn't it?
We weren't trying to outdo each other as such.
Reach back, go... is this your fist trying to stick up my ass?
To see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
Prime candidate, eh?
Candidate?
Prime candidate. It means the best person in the group, basically.
What do you mean, test her?
But you do it in pairs. One person's the tester, it's me. And the other person's the...
victim.
Well, it's not like that. It's completely consensual. It's just boundary testing.
Okay, so you shut her up with morphine.
Ryan wanted me to test Kate.
Because they thought she was the best student.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, you just go along with anything.
I just did what I was told, okay?
Except you decided to give her morphine. To break the law.
Can we just arrest
this asshole?
this
I can't
asshole?
change that now, can I? She didn't die of a morphine overdose, did she?
She died because she drowned. But she drowned for reasons that aren't clear.
Atlas seem to have this all neatly worked out. If Simon's telling the truth, Atlas are lighting the fuse and then retiring to a safe distance, letting students test themselves and push themselves to their limits while avoiding all comeback. Is this what happened to Kate?
It would seem so, yes. Mr. Retro UK says, so is this guy like Tex Murphy? Not really. Less alcoholic, more British. But he does have a phenomenally malleable face. Mugs a lot. I love that about him. Can we ask about the prime Yeah, he already told us. It's just for the fuck of it.
Thank you. Probably
talk to Emma.
Later.
Highly doubt anything useful will come out of her, but there's no reason why we shouldn't ask. How are you with drugs, Emma?
Strange question.
Oh, now we're leading up to strange
Have you ever known of anyone
question.
selling dried poppy pods?
Poppy pods? Don't think so. Isn't that opium?
Kind of. It's okay.
It's okay. Your boyfriend just lied about taking it, because it made him seem cool.
Do you know what a prime candidate is at Atlas?
Yes, it's what every student wants to be. It's the best student. Apparently you get a great high-paid job afterwards. I don't think that really happens, though.
Did you know anyone in the running to be prime candidate?
What, like Simon? I don't think they fit Simon, to be honest.
I'm dating an idiot.
Well, he's got too many morals, and you can't have both at Atlas.
Oh, no, definitely not. But you'd be surprised. These morals are incompatible with Atlas. Yeah, that's absolutely... The interesting thing is she knows about prime candidates, but something tells me you're not actually told that until the end of the whole course. So let's say no about that. And where was it? The advertising poster only went to Atlas once. No, that wasn't it. Anyway, it was just... I think it's like a Scientology thing where unless you get to OT3, then you think you can mind control people at subway stations or shit like that. Syria says there are rumors about Frederick Jenks and Tex Murphy being cousins. Very distant cousins, I think. Yeah, good old Emma. Always good for a contradiction. Oh yeah, she went to Third Eye multiple times. Yeah, that's actually true. So she might know about it. But she knows more about Atlas than she lets on. That she does. But I don't think I can trap her in a contradiction about that. I'm gonna come
all for the moment. Thank you.
Back to you because I still have people to talk to. The hour is young. Actually, let's take a stroll, shall we? Where the fuck am I facing? Oh, this thing doesn't tell me which way I'm facing. Let's go into the woodsies. And go to the path to the right, see if anything's changed. Nothing has changed. Go back here, go further ahead into the woods. Go to the right, see if anything has changed. Nothing has. Going back. Losing my way, I believe we go into the woods. Andy P says, you know a lot about Scientology. Actually, I just see the same documentaries as everyone else has. It's a bunch of bullshit is what it is. Ooh, something new, something blue, something borrowed, perhaps.
Pushing.
What, is someone giving birth? The fuck?
Pushing. Keep pushing. Keep
Ow.
pushing.
That seems painful.
Push it all the way in, Tom, if you want to.
Is that ow? Is that a sewing needle?
Excellent, Tom.
Excuse me. Would someone care to tell me exactly what's going on here?
Don't come any closer.
That man needs a doctor.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he does now.
I don't need a doctor. I'm fine. Go away.
What is this?
A test.
Of what?
What does it look like? It's a threshold test. A pain threshold test.
Well, he seemed to fail, didn't he?
You were supposed to be good at working things out. Inspector Jenks.
And so this would be for Atlas, would it?
My reputation precedes me.
You disappear now.
It's not a
Who
good
asked
idea
you,
to talk to a
Bulldog?
police inspector like that.
Do you want me to make you?
It's okay, Tom. Mr. Jenks won't be bothering us anymore.
Will he
Don't
now?
make any rash commitments.
This is the first time we've seen Jenks actually get busy and freaky in that order. Oh, did someone drop something? Keys. Yes, we like a bit of keys.
Well. You really should take more care of your things, Ryan. Is your keys, Kyle?
No.
Wait, why did we just hand those over? Ah, screw it.
So that's threshold testing, is it? Sticking a skewer through your hand? I could just ask Ryan or Paul directly about this, but I think I'll bide my time. See what I can do with this key fob first.
Oh, so that's what... Well, he wants us to go back to... Alright, I'll play ball. We'll go back to Paul and Ryan's little cottage here. Go up behind the Brandon house and just have a little winkle at their car. Hello, Winkle. Meet car. Show inventory. Here we go. Beep, beep, motherfucker. Wrong car? No, he just really had to press hard. And not content with trespassing, we're now stealing vehicles as well. I mean, how does UK law work? Don't you need a warrant or shit? No? Warrant? Probable cause? Is what I would assume would be his defense, but... Hello,
Bingo.
Kate Vine.
What have you been up to?
£500.
Be very interesting to see how he explains this one.
Kate Vine. That is not how you close a car door. Okay, let me just... An envelope containing a check for 500 intended for Kate was found in Ryan's car. Why is he blackmailing a dead girl? Yeah, no gloves as well. Really, eh? Well, perhaps we should just go and fucking ask him. Hang on, sorry. Bad memory. It was found in Ryan's car. I was just thinking maybe the check was signed. Maybe it said Paul was actually the one paying her off. No, I just wanted to check. But Raipu? Actually, let's just have a look in the corridor first. Hello? Is anyone watching any naughty DVDs in here? No? Okay, good. Just checking. I mean, your little spooky death cult is one thing, but watching naughty DVDs, that is a criminal offense. Okay, let's just have a look in the reading room. We're taking every detour possible, but, you know, it's just the kind of guy we are. Leaving room. Interesting. Okay. Time to confront Mr. Small Penis Dude.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Right. Many questions. Many questions indeed. It's not worth asking him about it because, fuck me. Let's lead into this one, shall we? First, we just ask, random, silly questions. Did you show the view shield glass to Ryan yet? Almost had me there. Yeah, sorry. No, I don't think there's a special ending if you show the view shield glass to everyone in this game.
Know anything about poppy pods? Come across anyone selling them or anything?
Poppy pods? Well, don't tell anyone, Inspector, but I hear that you can make opium out of those. Why do you ask?
Why would you know? Doesn't matter. No, you don't get to ask me shit. Okay? What about the prime candidate? Oh, nice little bit of pentagram action on that crown there.
Now, tell me what a prime candidate is.
You're learning a lot, aren't you, Inspector? Prime candidates are simply the best students. The ones with the most potential.
And what benefits do they get from that?
Well, they get the top job.
Which is?
Well, we have a deal with various multinationals. We train students to be exceptional, truly exceptional. And they get a wonderful top job. It seems a very simple deal.
And how do you decide who the prime candidate is? Do you test students?
No.
Did you ever, say, ask Simon to test Kate, for instance?
Oh, you've actually been speaking to Simon, haven't you?
Oh, yes.
I wouldn't trust anything
A
that Simon
lot.
Thompson says. You know, he spent the best part of 2 months trying to undermine Kate. No. Now, Simon Thompson, it really isn't my place to speculate, but if you're looking for motives, Inspector, he certainly had a few motives.
There's the yap dog thing. I mean, could you be more nervous?
Do you mean?
Now, that's very interesting, Inspector. Well, that's up to you to decide.
A couple of questions that have no bearing on the case whatsoever. If he's popping painkillers like there's no tomorrow and having a gin and tonic for a great many hours, isn't that like a road to disaster? Not sure. I'm not a pharmacist, I'm a whale biologist, but still. Would you care to explain this?
Would you like to explain what this is, please, Ryan? £500 intended for Kate. It fell out of your car. At least I assume that's your car on the driveway at Brandon House.
I suppose so.
So why were you going to give Kate £500?
He wasn't. Dad was.
It was just a little incentive, that's all. Just a little incentive.
Not very little, Ryan. £500.
She was a very good student. We heard that she was leaving. We wanted to give her something.
But you didn't.
Well, obviously not.
Are you sure there wasn't any other reason you might want to give her this? Personal reason?
No!
Well, I'll keep hold of this for a little while, if you don't mind.
Well, don't consider it a bribe, will you, Inspector?
What? Okay. Whale biology should know everything about water-soluble chemicals. Okay, Tika, you rumbled me. I'm not actually a whale biologist. Director yelling, more face movements.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
And more dribbling as well. Has anything happened upstairs? How's the mirror room? Key in combination? Just want to check. Nope, nothing has happened. I'll bet the final denouement happens up here, because this is a spooky place. I dislike it tremendously. What would Rebecca talk, or think, indeed, about the whole trying to bribe young students, possibly for sex, or to shut up about diddling them in their pristine panties? I don't know what this
questions, if that's okay.
Dude gets up to, but he was banging Emma, so why not indeed? Best not to ask Rebecca about the money for Kate. Oh, if you insist. We can go back to the prime candidate. Don't have to ask her about that. But
do you know what a prime candidate is?
At Atlas. It's the best student.
And what does that mean?
It means they get a guaranteed job with a very good salary. Well, that's the idea anyway.
Usually doesn't pan out.
Mostly they aren't up to it.
What happens then?
Well, we kick him into a lake. That was pretty cold, wasn't it? Failed prime candidates get sacked. Most students aren't up to the job. Can't really trap her in any of that.
Probably be back later.
Denouement happens after the climax and before the conclusion. Well, excuse me. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't... You know, although I didn't mean to say climax, I could have just been talking about the end, you know, after we've stabbed... Actually, let's back the killer. It is definitely Simon acting under Ryan's authority. And Paul Rand, old bastard that he is, although miserable old cunt, is probably just exactly that, a miserable old cunt.
A few more questions, please.
That won't stop me from interrogating the shit out of him.
What are prime candidates?
The best of the bunch. The peaches.
And so what does it mean?
Scary way of saying
candidate?
that.
Success. We have a special relationship with many major international companies. We provide them with our best students. And they get an instant job.
And what do you get out of it?
Regardless of their qualifications?
A little kickback. It's just business, Inspector.
Tee-hee hoddle har. Okay, would you happen to know anything about bribery then?
Now, why do you think Ryan might want to give Kate a cheque for £500?
I've really no idea.
Perhaps under your authority.
Just outside.
You better ask him.
I already
Do you
did.
think Ryan was interested romantically in Kate?
I know he has a weakness for blondes, but I didn't think it had gone so far as his offering them cash.
Has a thing for blondes, yet he's married to... Rebecca's a brunette, isn't she? Knows Ryan was interested in blondes. Well, that doesn't really tell me much in terms of... Hang on a minute. Emma's not blonde, is she? Once try hard. Fuck it.
That's it for the time being. Thank you.
Leaving. Have you gone left to the restaurant this hour yet? No, I actually haven't. Would you anticipate something exciting happening in that direction now of all times? Well, no. Bugger all. Well, let's head down to Old Abbey Farm and ask the nice person. And we can actually go further down and ask, what's her face, Tinkerbell. You know, the one who thinks all the mirrors are haunted.
I'll ask you a couple more things, please.
Just gonna check up on this dude. Prime candidate, no. Check, no.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Just wanted to look into your beautiful eyes. Now I must leave. Yes. Call the chief. Yeah, fuck it, let's do that. Let's try. Nothing's gonna fucking happen. Hello, hello? No. Oh, God!
Got something interesting, Jenks?
Very much so, sir. An interesting discovery in Ryan's car. A cheque for £500 from Ryan made out to Kate.
Blimey, how does he explain that?
He said it was an incentive. Apparently he'd heard she was thinking of leaving the course.
What made her so special that they were willing to pay her to stay?
Just a good student, I suppose.
Nah, doesn't add up. £500 is a lot more than an incentive, Jenks. You can buy questions in Parliament for that kind of money. Sounds pretty desperate. Keep on at Ryan about it. Oh, and get yourself another drink.
Another drink. Thanks, Chief.
I'm having one. Bye.
What does that mean? Does he want us to go get pissed? Just gonna check if there's anything to do here. There isn't. Alright. Head up to... maybe that was a bit of a hint that now we're supposed to go to the left inside the pub. Even though I know technically things don't change around from hour to hour. Anything new? No! Bugger all! Okay, keep at it with Ryan, eh? Let's just see what Emma has to say about this, just before we go put the screws on Ryan. Think you gotta find a contradiction with Ryan about the check. I would imagine so,
if you don't mind.
Thank you very much, Summer. Yeah. Yeah,
that's all for the moment. Thank you.
Bastard doesn't know anything. The chief is bad at his job pushing Jenks to drink like... Well, it is 11 o'clock. That is pint o'clock anywhere. Oh, liability settlement, bribery, and the check. Oh.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Don't remember what that was about. Lisa's accusation. No, she was. Oh, stolen laptop. No, nothing about that. Money was spent as a little incentive. No ulterior reasons. I knew there was something below the doormat about that. Okay. Okay, let's just go through them one after the other. Kate Wine's death, no. License, unlock bicycles, bottles, homebrew, broken pen, nothing about this. Never bought, seen students wear it, it's nothing to do with that. Drop silver key, broken pub window. Cardboard mask, no. Kate's argument. Advertising poster. Scrying mirror. Little incentive and settlement. About settlement or something similar. I can't remember what he said about that. Ryan has a background in psychology. Well, not a very good one, I feel. Liam's death. Dried leaves, no. Had to pay Liam's parents a settlement fee. Maybe? I don't know. No, that doesn't seem to be it. Let's see. Go back to... Where's Liam? Okay, there's got to be something about the 500 pound check, as you say. Money was meant as a little incentive for Kate. He'd heard Kate wanted to leave Atlas. Maybe it's about the leaving Atlas bit. Said Kate enjoyed the course and appeared happy, however, she wanted to leave. How's that? No? Fuck you, mate. $500 check. Dum-de-dum. Andy P says I should play Tombstruck. I'd love to. I love that game. I played it many times. Actually, I'm sort of in touch with the dude who currently has the rights to Toonstruck. Who did you know that they actually made almost enough material to make a Toonstruck 2? They had to cut out so many bits of the first Toonstruck game that they are the dude is literally sitting on what is, well, he won't say how completed, but it is essentially enough material to make a sequel that they never got around to making. And he is finalizing the rights deal, and then I think there might be a crowdfunding campaign or something to that effect to get Toonstruck 2 made. Maybe. But I've actually been in touch with the dude himself, and he is still finalizing the rights negotiation. So yeah. This is not going anywhere. I feel that... Wait, he says students aren't tested. But we just saw that. Simon has been trying to undermine Kate. I really wish we could hold people's testimonies against each other. I've said that a few times.
Be back later on, if that's
okay. You know what? I am going to take a hint, because you can't just sit here and watch me dribble all over this shit for hours on end. Unless you guys have an idea, I think I might... You wanted to be a game dev. Offer your services. Well, not a programmer, and I'm a shit artist. All I can do is write, really. Write and design, and music. And actually, I am doing the music for an upcoming commercial game, which is going to be fun. The chief wasn't convinced that the check for Kate was just an incentive. No shit. I'm going to cheat. You can stop me. Stop me anytime. Vita Marie got nothing. Alright, one more time. Just gonna have a sip of water. Then the cheat comes. Seriar has no idea either. So that is when the cheatness happens. Summer even has no idea. This is your third cheat. Ryan said the money was a little incentive, but didn't he say they don't coerce or bribe? Did he really? Oh, that made me feel a bit dumb.
Questions.
That's actually, I do remember him saying that. Now that you mention it, I just don't remember in what in what question he said that. Doll burning. Hasn't bought a guitar in over a year. Gives a shit. Students aren't coerced or bribed in any way. Oh, the auto-hypnosis. Oh, they aren't coerced. Ah, but it was an incentive for Kate. Here we go.
Aha.
Aha, indeed.
So, students aren't coerced or bribed in any way.
Except Kate.
Except Kate.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Really?
You said
it was quite
you
obvious.
were going to give Kate the £500 as an incentive. That's coercion, isn't it?
I really don't think you could call it coercion, Inspector.
I think I could. I think I just did.
A little encouragement.
So, how often do you use incentives?
Okay, incentive is probably the wrong word. The money was just to see how Kate would respond. It was part of her assessment.
Assessment?
Bullshit.
We have to assess students as they progress. We don't use conventional methods like sitting an exam or anything like that. People pay for this course per session. We have to know if they're committed or not.
So you're assessing their progress and testing their commitment?
Yes, we are. We have to. This is a business, not a charity.
Very shitty business, by the way, if you're just
so
handing out
claiming the money
£500.
was part of Kate's assessment. And did this assessment also involve threshold testing, I wonder? Or was the money for something else?
I don't know. Nothing new was added, so... Okay, well... Where did the little red thing go? He said he had no ulterior reason, and... He says students aren't tested. Yeah, but where did the assessment thing go? Is it under the aptitude? Oh, there was the auto-hypnosis thing. Students aren't coerced or bribed. Gave the thing to test or assess her, but I get it. I get it. Wait a minute. Prime candidate students aren't tested. Well, that is just clear and utter bullshit. Correct,
well,
damn you.
Which one is it, Ryan? Do you test students or not?
Well, some of them, yes.
Including Kate?
Yes.
Why was she being tested?
She was being tested because
I wanted her badly.
We wanted to see if she was good enough to become prime candidate, okay?
So Kate was in the running to be prime candidate?
Yes!
And did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, I did. But I didn't ask him to do anything stupid.
Like spill your gin and tonic.
Rules.
How far did you ask him to push her?
I didn't ask him to push her. I asked him to test her. There's a huge difference!
I'm shouting so loudly that...
If Simon decided to give her too much caffeine or morphine or whatever, that's his responsibility.
Did he just flop a line?
So if he did anything wrong, it was his own responsibility. He did it with his own mind and his own hand. We had nothing to do with it.
Midnight. And still no suspect, unless you count everyone I've interviewed. It's no surprise that Ryan wants to avoid any suggestion of being responsible for Kate's death, but I wonder if the man protests just a little too much.
I think he does, yeah. I'm interested there. Look agitated but stay centered to camera, yes. And also the sound man was just sitting there going, ah, motherfucker. I mean, he was shouting so loud that it clipped. You could hear that, right? It was just spiking like you wouldn't believe. Gave a bit of a performance there, I have to admit. I would love for there to be a new... Kate's prime candidate status. Maybe we should ask Simon about this?
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
So, when is this going to be all about conjuring up spirits and shit? Contradiction spotted. He spilled some of his alcohol and called none to clean it.
How do you think you'd have reacted if you'd found out that Kate had been chosen to be prime candidate?
Is that...
Poorly.
Was she?
I'm just asking how you think you'd react.
I don't know. I wouldn't react in any way, really. I'm not bothered.
Yeah, likely
I think
story.
she was, though.
What makes you think that?
Well, it's just an impression I got. You know, she's a bit flaky, to be honest.
Well, she was drunk most of the time.
Not really prime candidate material.
Didn't think Kate would be prime candidate. Ryan threw his drink all over the room. How's he going to drink his bottomless drink now? The revelation actually is a good question. Isn't Jenks going to let any of these poor people sleep? No, there's a murderer afoot and I must find...
Okay, that's it for now.
Okay,
thank you.
See you later. He didn't think Kate was good enough to be prime candidate. I still think he was acting under Ryan's orders. We'll see.
Do you know whether Kate was in the running to be prime candidate or not?
I don't, but I do think she would have been chosen just because she was, you know, Kate.
You didn't discuss it with Kate?
No. No, she never talked about this.
She thinks Kate would have been chosen. Kate didn't discuss the Atlas course. However... No. I was gonna say, did she see her after the... I mean, when she was drunk and staggering out of Atlas and that whole thing... Hang on a minute. Kate wanted to blackmail Ryan over their affair. I wonder if that's what the £500 are for. Emma basically told us. Oh,
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Yes, he was asked by Ryan to test her. Aren't prime candidates only allowed in the room? Well, the trouble is, we can't take... I'm just gonna see anyway, but we can't take something that Ryan says and hold it up against Simon. So all we can say is that, okay, he didn't think Kate could be a prime candidate. And the whole mirror room thing, he's never said anything about how it's only for prime candidates. Had been asked to test Kate by Ryan, however, he didn't think she could be prime. That might be it. It wasn't, however. Because it's like, why should I test her if she is no good as prime candidate?
Probably be back later.
So maybe we should just go back and, you know, yank on Ryan's chains for a bit. Seems like the sort of gent who enjoys that thing. Yes, I will check the other room at some point and maybe go up the stairs. Oh, try the door on the right. Let's see. Summer also says, I still don't see why morphine is supposed to have anything to do with being good at business. I also don't see... I mean, wasn't it James who said that they were basically selling off slaves? As in, sort of a white slavery trade, really. You know, you get good at business, and then you get shipped off to some mail room in some giant conglomerate, and you just toil and toil away. I think actually that is what they're doing, but... Oh, he's not answering the door, is he? Ah, need a bit of a cry in the corner. Maybe he's off to mix himself a new gin and tonic. Let's see if anything's happened in the mirror room. Highly doubt it, actually. Ding ding! Is anyone in here? Leave the mirror room. Okay, I will. But not before I get to see what's in the DVD room. Is anyone watching naughty DVDs? Don't you make me come in there. Oh, you naughty, naughty little bitches. Male and female. Yes, you didn't know that, but males can be bitches too. Go in there. Observe their handiwork. How they hand their own work. No one is watching any shit. Fuck it. Okay, taking a stroll, because that's how we play. Clearing. Clearing is clear. Going left. Now going left again to the jetty. Still fancy fine. Going left to Woods entrance. Going right to Woods Lane. That was the wrong way, asshole. You're supposed to go left into the fuck. Into the fuck. That would be path end. There you go. Okay, well, that was certainly worth it. It does seem to be more about hypnosis and being trained for that sort of thing, because you can learn to sell medical products. But that's not consistent. How can you sell morphine if you play a lot with it? Well, you need to know your goods. But as you know, the first rule of any drug dealer is don't get high on your own supply. So basically, they just want to see if people are dumb enough to do it. Who would know anything? Let's check up on Rebecca. Maybe something has now happened. It's midnight. There's got to be at least one sloshed individual over here. Hello? Hello? And motherfuck. Fine. We will return to the head witch.
Questions, if you don't mind.
Head witch. Yes. Yes. Check. No. Candidate. Yes.
Do you know Kate Vine was a prime candidate?
That little hussy. If looks could kill, you'd been in for 30 years. Didn't know Kate was prime candidate. Suck me sideways.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
That was fruitful. Leaving. Okay. Actually, I just want to get a hint. I don't want to go and talk to... well, no, wait. No. Spoke too soon. I'm sorry. Let's just see what Paul has to say about that.
Was Kate a prime candidate?
Well, as Ryan has probably already told you, yes, she was.
Did you ask Simon to test her?
Yes, it's company policy. Leaders don't get involved.
And it covers your back, of course.
Well, nobody knows the students better than they do, Inspector. It's much better to let them just work it out among themselves.
It isn't very professional to force students to test each other to the point where one of them gets killed, Paul.
We don't force students to do anything that they don't want to do, Inspector.
I think you kind of do.
Force them into being tested.
No, we don't encourage anybody to hurt or offend anybody else here.
Then what the hell are you doing here?
Threshold testing, for instance?
No. If Simon Thompson went too far with Kate, that's his responsibility, not ours. He's the one you should be speaking to, if truth be told. I don't trust him myself.
Excuse me? Students are encouraged not to hurt each other. Leaders don't get involved in testing. Students don't use threshold testing. He's fucked up on this one somewhere. No, he keeps saying he didn't encourage, something. There's gotta be something here. Lisa couldn't handle the course techniques. Wait, he says he didn't test anyone, but he has a test devised for psychological issues. That's not technically a threshold testing. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Ah, that made it even worse. I'm blind. Students not encouraged to hurt him. Well, we've seen them shove fucking spikes into their hands and shit. Paul's cleaner was the mugger. Don't fucking think so, but okay. Atlas cleaner visits at strange times. This is all very fascinating. Bright, confident, knew he had personal problems. Wasn't Atlas the night Liam died? But still, that has nothing to do with... Phrase designed to summarize course objective to free students from their past. Students encouraged to free themselves from guilt. Could that be it? It seems a stretch. It's not really threshold testing, but you don't get involved, I guess. Maybe. No, didn't think so. Hey, Hayden B, welcome to the chat. Help me out, would you? Bet this is the I have to trap this dude in some horse shit. Broken pendant, cardboard mask. I want him to fuck up in saying that they don't encourage tests, because they clearly do. It has nothing to do with any of this shit. Oh, he's a sneaky one.
Be back later on if that's okay.
He is a sneaky one. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm boring you, Summer. Okay, let's just have a chat with James and then see what we can see, okay?
Couple more questions if that's okay.
You wouldn't know anything about this shit, would you? No,
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Okay, let's just take a small tip. Let's take a tip instead of... Yeah. Wonder what Paul thinks about prime candidates. You should call the chief for update, and there are 3 things you haven't asked James about yet. Are there really? Okay, well let's call the chief first then. Oh, it is 1:23 here, Salim. I don't know what time it is where Summer is. Oh, good morning, Chief.
Hello, Jenks. Yes, I'm still up. Thanks for asking.
Chief Ryan admitted that he asked Simon to test Kate to see if she was good enough to be prime candidate. But he's throwing it all back on Simon. Says it was up to Simon about how he went about testing her.
Very convenient. What does Paul say?
He pretty much backs Ryan up. He claims they don't do any threshold testing.
Well, that's a load of horse droppings. He knows you're on to him, Jenks, which means you're getting somewhere at last. It's only taken you until midnight, but well done nonetheless. Listen, call me back. I'm watching an old movie, but Christopher Lee's only just turned up, so I'll be here for another hour or so, yeah?
Okay, Chief.
Oh, that's convenient.
Yeah, bye.
Okay, so we're turning the screws on him. What was the other one? What does Paul think about prime candidates? Yes, and there are 3 things you haven't asked James about. Now, what would I ask James about?
Do few more questions, please.
I mean, the little snot hasn't really offered us anything. Just gonna run through these quickly. That's a lot of replay answer. Oh, wait. How would he know about this?
Recognise this at all?
Yeah, he fixed my laptop.
Does he live locally?
I think so.
Well, okay. An IT consultant doesn't think he lives locally. Well, that's fucking fantastic. Oh, I can ask about this as well. Oh, I've missed a bunch of shit.
Seen this before?
Don't think so.
Alright, and there's a third one that is probably completely irrelevant, but let's find it anyway. Now we're all the way back up here. Replay answer, stolen laptop, drop keyring, drop business card, red torch. Emma's Guild, theft stunt, doll burning ceremony, third eye flyer. All of these, I'm sure we've asked him all of these. So maybe there is a last question that will appear later. James has become useless, hasn't he? Yes. Oh, Tika, don't say that. Look carefully at the locket, you're getting sleepy. I might just be. So, what does Paul think about prime candidates? Well, let's go and ask him. What does Paul think about prime candidates? So we have to trap Paul in something. Prime candidates are the best students. They're giving well-paid jobs. Leaders don't get involved in testing students, but they're given a well-paid job? No, this ain't it. CD and mirror room used on the course. It was It was his voice, wasn't it? So leaders don't get involved. No. Oh bugger! It's gonna make it difficult for me right here at the end, isn't it? Essence installs CCTV. Prescription. Who gives a shit? Never heard of the IT consultant. They have their own IT guy. They get a kickback. Yeah, but is that really getting involved? Kickback payments. I don't see this either. It's got to be something about the testing thing. And why does it say, what does he think about prime candidates? Plural, eh? Liam. Was it Atlas the night Liam died, but doesn't get involved in testing students? No. Go through all the topics. That sounds like a... Hayden's asked if she should make lasagna or chicken. I am partial to lasagna. Also, it gets to sit in the oven for a while, so you have time to watch this. Have you shown him the drugs? Yes, I have. Hang on a minute. Was any of this... No. No, I do remember someone saying that the drug was used to facilitate a hypnosis. Summer, yeah, that is a... You know, Kate being prime candidate, and she's the best student, but she was drunk out of her skull. That's... Kate was being tested for prime candidate. Well, we can ask him about it. Kate was drunk. Nah, that doesn't seem like it. Only met Kate a few times, but she was being tested for prime candidate. That seems weird, but is also not a contradiction. Possibly spoke to her. Do I really have to go and hit this one up? Probably might. Yeah, Kate was drunk but best student. But he never actually said that she was. Paul's never said that Kate actually was the best student. He's just admitted that yes, she was being tested for prime candidate. I think I just tried this combination actually. Nope, that wasn't it. Shit. Oh, you know what?
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Getting stuck here. So unless someone has a brilliant idea, I think it is time to do the thing. Chief said keep pressing Paul about threshold testing. What he really knows. Okay, we can go back in.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Well, there has to be a contradiction in here somewhere. Exactly. Kate was best student, but no drugs and alcohol allowed on campus. We've kind of skirted around that, James, because he keeps saying, well, she just showed up drunk. Not that she was drinking at the course, just that she showed up drunk and was drunk. Not that she was actually drinking there. What was the other one? Only met Kate a few times, but was testing her as a prime candidate. I think I tried that one. She was... What lines go with Liam's death? No threshold testing, but students are being pushed. Yeah, but he hasn't really said anything about that. Let's see. Atlas aptitude test is designed to reveal... No, that's not it. Mirror room, prime candidates... Yeah, I thought so too, Siriar. Prime candidates are the best students, but only met Kate a few times. And that doesn't register. And Summer's suggestion that no threshold testing, but students are being pushed is also interesting. And the hint did say it's about the threshold testing. We're supposed to catch him in something there. Receives kickback payment. Who gives a shit? University doesn't know. Don't use threshold testing. He's a smooth one, isn't he? Never seen that. Never heard of IT's useless aptitude test. Have you shown him the CD? Yeah, the little burglary CD. He admitted it was just a little bit of weirdness. I guess that is technically a threshold stunt, isn't it? But we can't ask him about it. He told him about it. Auto-hypnosis. Maybe there's something here. Don't use threshold testing. Probably not. Maybe it could have something to do with... I forget her name, but... yeah, Lisa. No, nothing about that. Atlas Mirror Room, maybe? Well, that could be, but... he just says it's used for meditation. Oh, look at the bag. I'll have a look at the bag. Made the DVD on the night of Liam's death. Committed a fake theft, which he videoed. Oh, I see. Don't use threshold testing. But also, he's not involved in them, but he was doing this horse shit. He committed a fake theft, which he videoed. However, he says they don't get involved in testing students. Oh, you son of a bitch. Was Liam a prime candidate? He hasn't said as much, but I'm pretty damn sure he was. Pretty damn sure. So there's a lot going on here. Yeah, the joy of trying everything on everything, exactly. This is great game design, but the story is intriguing. Paul's cleaner was the mugger. Made the DVD on the night of Liam's death. Claimed all the students enjoyed the stunts, but you don't get involved. It has to do with this threshold testing. They don't use it. Yeah, Liam and Kate were both being groomed to be sex slaves. I don't know, are you spoiling the game for me now, Summer? You are on the right track. Oh, thank you. Threshold testing with the fake theft? Don't use threshold testing. Does it strike me as threshold testing? Okay. Committed a fake theft. No. It's gotta be about this. It's got to be about this one. Summer says she doesn't recall anything about the finale, but as far as she knows, it's not a spoiler. Okay, that's good. Thank you. They don't use threshold testing, but the CD in the mirrors room is used for... But that's not threshold testing. Doll burning ceremony? Maybe. Well, that was Ryan's idea. That's not it either. You guys are helping me a lot. I love it. Keep it going. Keep it going. It would be very nice if we could find this together. Reluctantly abides by the law. Encourages ideas over morality, but they're encouraged not to hurt each other. No? Well, that is a bit weird. You'll have to agree. The doll is made out of spaghetti. And this seems more confusing than the third kickoff. Oh yeah, in Cave Ball, you mean?
That's all for the moment.
We've been here for ages, haven't we? This is dull. So I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm going to prepare to feel dumb. Past the puppy. Chief said to keep pressing Paul about threshold testing what he really knows. Yes, but none of it seems to be working. So, what we should do is... Paul says they don't use... But wasn't that mentioned on the CD playing in the mirror room? Sorry? That doesn't...
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Any sense, but okay. Mirror room CD used on the course. How is that a contradiction?
Aha.
Okay, I would not have gotten that.
You don't endorse threshold testing, that's the phrase, isn't it?
Yes.
Except you do, Paul. Because you told me that the students use that CD in the mirror room.
How is that threshold testing?
I've listened
shoving
to that
of
CD,
spikes
and it
is the
very
threshold.
clearly mentions threshold testing.
Oh, I forgot what it
batting
actually
this
says.
away, Paul. We don't really use hypnosis. The students aren't really tested, but I am this close to launching a full-scale investigation.
Look, we get a kickback from these students and they have to be exceptional. Of course we have to test them. That doesn't mean we do anything illegal. What do you think we do? Bump off the ones we don't like?
Well,
yeah, that actually kind of sounds like it.
We certainly don't kill them. Nobody here wanted Kate dead.
I'm sure they didn't. But what do you expect, Paul, when you put students under that much pressure?
She was a very, very valuable student. She was worth a lot to the business.
Really? And how much would that be?
Well, if we really
about £500.
50 grand.
She was worth 50 grand?
Yes.
What, you were selling her?
Of course we were selling her. You don't get this, do you? We make perfect employees. Month after month. That's all we do.
What do you mean?
Well, you also snark a lot.
What big business needs, Inspector, more than anything else, is none of this altruistic, goody-goody crap. What we look for is people with ambition, no ethics. Push. Greed is good, all right? We don't deal with all this comfort stuff. The survival of the fittest. That's all there is. There's no higher purpose, no big plan. There's nothing at the end of the rainbow. Accept what you have and you can enjoy in the here and now.
And what do you enjoy now, Paul?
Well, apparently pissing me up a rope.
You're going to have to excuse me, Inspector. I'm a very busy man. I've got work to do.
At midnight.
I'll see myself out.
Oh, hello.
I'll be man, your father.
Shut the gate on your way out.
Oh yes, a bit of a sneaky sneak.
He's doing his level best to shut this place down. Get rid of him. He's a policeman. We can't just... You saw this.
Yes, you are very threatened by my finger.
You sort it. Tonight.
Well, it's technically morning. Now go summon a demon in a mirror. Kyle? Would that happen to be an IT man who delivers opium and also bags people over the head? Jenks, we can see the camera.
That doesn't sound good. Two totally morally bankrupt men are plotting to get rid of me. It's midnight. I don't have any backup and I don't even have a mobile phone. This is potentially quite bad. And what's Kyle got to do with it? I think I might make my way over to Atlas while Ryan isn't there. Maybe lock myself in.
Sounds like a plan. Should we go the long way? I think we should. Just to see what happens. Hello? Just taking in the vista. Nothing else. Oh, something's happening. Hi. How's tricks, me mate? What the smeg? Oh, now it's a fucking rape cult, isn't it?
Prove to me that you're man enough to do this, Kyle, and then you can deal with that ridiculous police inspector.
Hang on, is that Ryan?
What is this?
What the hell? Scotland Yard, not hell. Hello, Ryan.
Hello, Inspector. What are you doing here?
Inspecting?
Just checking what the fuck you guys are ice white shutting up in here.
I don't think you'd understand, Inspector. The best thing that you can do is turn around, go away, and leave us to it.
Knife.
What?
That knife gives me a perfect right to stick my nose in, investigate,
Maybe you should take it from him.
This is all part of the Atlas course. It's a physical endurance exercise.
At midnight.
The knife, Kyle!
Kyle, you're a little twat, aren't you?
Drop it.
Oh, giving me sass now, are we? Is that Emma?
Not looking 100% brilliant for you, Ryan.
Well, please, Inspector, you've poked your nose into Atlas's affairs enough times to know that imaginative flair is part of the course's success. Our lessons are reinforced by a unique emotional experience.
Terror?
It's an extremely evocative tool.
Well, it's a good job you're not in charge of the national curriculum.
Now look, Inspector, I know what you're trying to do. I know what you're thinking. But believe me, Atlas had nothing to do with the deaths of those people.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they did.
Eyewitness account of a satanic sacrifice in the woods. That's not what we call circumstantial evidence, Ryan.
What about this made it satanic? It's just one.
I saw Simon walking home with Kate last Friday after the meeting. Now, Simon had some strange idea that he was in the running to become prime candidate. Well, a knob of butter has more chance of becoming prime minister. Oh, wait.
So are you telling me...
Bit of a political humour aside.
Well, it seems reasonable. It's likely, isn't it?
Any more likely than you, Ryan?
Also, are we going to find out who this poor girl is, or... No?
Pig!
Excuse me? Oh, yeah.
Police brutality.
Wait, what?
It's alright. You okay?
She's going to stab him now, and it's Emma, isn't it? It has to be. She's in the cult. Oh, ding ding. Well, should we go to Atlas after all? Because apparently somehow Ryan got ahead of us. Started chanting.
I suppose it was too much to hope that Ryan had left the place open.
I want to go have a chat with Emma. Well, she has kind of short hair, doesn't she?
A couple more questions, if that's okay.
Hello, just barging into your room at the middle of the night.
Did Simon mention walking home with anyone after the meeting last Friday?
No, he just came home. Why?
He didn't mention walking home with Kate?
No, definitely not.
Simon did not walk
Be
home.
back later on, if that's okay.
Don't forget to call for backup. The Chief's busy watching a movie. What does he care?
What would you say if I said it's been suggested that you were seen walking home with Kate after Atlas last Friday?
What? By who?
The same person who suggested that you wanted Kate out of the picture because you found out she was in the running to be prime candidate.
And this house is always sunlight.
Who said that?
Just a question.
I didn't think I was in the running. It was Ryan, wasn't it?
I am in no position to say.
It was Ryan.
Simon, calm down.
No, I can prove it. Kate's driving license, give it to me.
Why?
Kate's driving license, please.
So I can spit upon it.
See that pattern on the tape there?
That's prime candidate stuff.
See this pattern?
It's a boo-boo. Like a band-aid.
It's the same pattern. This has come from the same roll of tape as this. So there's only one person that's taped like that. Ryan.
Why didn't you say this 3-4 hours ago?
Why has Kate's driving license got a piece of Ryan's tape on it?
I have no idea, Simon.
Where did you find it?
Oh, by the lake.
It's obvious, isn't it? Ryan was testing her. He was doing a boundary test to see
it is a very silly looking
how far she would go to be a prime candidate. But it all went wrong. Okay. It's one of the things we do at the course, right? You give something that's important to you to someone else, then they go and hide it somewhere. It's to teach you to not be bothered when you lose something that's important to you, alright? Kate gives her driving license to Ryan. Ryan goes and hides it somewhere down the lake.
What kind of children's bullshit is this?
Looking for it, probably drunk.
And shot up of morphine.
I'm afraid I find that a bit far-fetched, Simon.
It makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, but the scrying mirror thing, that was
anything at all about how Atlas works.
But Simon, if you got the tape from Ryan, Kate could have got it from him.
He told me he doesn't lend it out.
Except to you.
But I didn't kill her! Do a lab test on the card. His DNA will be all over it.
And what if yours is all over it?
Then I'll be gone. I'll be in Mexico.
I didn't kill her! I'm sorry. Just give me a minute. I need some painkillers.
He's on morphine as well. Oh, that's the suspicious look. I don't trust this bastard. He's done a runner. As they say in the UK. Or he's off to have a wank somewhere. Yeah, needs painkillers, but is allergic. Yeah. Oh, ding ding.
Where did he go in such a hurry? Is he trying to act as suspiciously as possible?
Alright, where am I? Oh, bugger me. Why doesn't this fucking map show it? Is it down here? No. Then it must be up here and over by the lakey thing. No. Go right into the woods. Is it up here where we saw the sexual assaults occurring? No. Is he leaving for Atlas? Is he just heading up to Atlasy place? Where we can't go in? Simon, are you being a bit of a weirdo? I do believe he is. And we're absolutely sure he didn't just fuck off down here. Right, okay. Jenks has got a great meme face. Did he go to the pub? That's an interesting notion, then why did we run over here? Or up here? I am not going in the right direction, am I? And he didn't go to the pub. Gonna have to leave because I'm technically still chasing him. Rest ain't down behind the pub. He didn't run in here, did he? Hiding in the crisps again? No. Enter the outbuilding? No. I am messing something up. There's a reason why the game took me over here. Am I supposed to just go back to Woods Lane and see him scurrying out of someone's house? No, I'm missing something. British chase, when you just go to the pub in the midday. I was just wondering if I had missed the magnifying glass icon. Well, I'm clearly missing something. Hello. Pattern sticky tape. Which is probably something we can use. Maybe he's gone, or maybe he went to Ryan's place. Why did we run over here then? Alright, let's go and have a look. Go left. No, not Abbey Farm. Well, we got kicked out of Ryan and Paul's house, so... And there's nothing we can do in here. 10 years later, Emma finally realizes Simon is gone. Maybe Rebecca is hiding him? That's an interesting thought. A few more questions, please. Call the chief. Well, there's an interesting idea. Actually, we should probably do that. Let me just...
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Let me just ask her quickly about the tape.
Have you seen patterned tape like this anywhere before?
Oh, Ryan's got some. I know, because I borrowed it.
When was that?
A couple of months ago.
Have you still got it?
I don't think so. I haven't seen it since then.
Intriguing, but weird. Screw
okay,
it.
That's it for now. Thank you.
Fuck's sake, call the chief. Alright, I will. Also, stop looking at the camera, detective. If the chase is not on, then we'll just call Dad and see what's up. How's Charlton Heston doing?
Just as it gets to the good bit, great. Go on, Jenks.
So, where to start? Paul admitted that they do use threshold testing. Apparently they get a wedge of cash from various companies in exchange for each prime candidate they produce.
Interesting.
Also, I met Ryan and some of his friends in the woods in the middle of some sort of occult ceremony.
He was just wandering around and shouting random nonsense.
Ryan insisted that Simon walked Kate home after the meeting last Friday. He's claiming Simon killed her.
And what does Simon say?
He doesn't agree, not surprisingly. He says it was Ryan, because of something to do with a piece of tape stuck to Kate's driving licence, which Simon claims belonged to Ryan. Claims it was Ryan who was testing Kate by sticking the driving licence to a tree in the woods in the dark and telling Kate to get it, knowing she'd fall in. And no, before you ask, it doesn't make any sense to me either.
Right, so basically Simon says Ryan was testing her and Ryan says Simon was testing her. Well, either one of them is lying or neither of them are. And nobody was testing anybody.
I suppose that's always a possibility.
Wouldn't surprise me, Jenks. Well, I don't know.
Maybe it's one of them. Maybe it's the other one. Maybe you're completely mad.
Just check everything that everyone said. Go through everyone's statements. The answer's in there somewhere. Call me back when there's some good news, eh? Preferably a confession.
Well, if I can get one.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chief.
Good night.
Okay, so basically trap everyone in a contradiction, but both of my suspects have fucked off somewhere. Sarima Shot says she used the tape for the window but hasn't seen it in months. That's actually a pretty good one. Wakaba says, if the detective dies, I blame the chief. Yeah.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Okay, we've got to be able to get through this. You haven't seen this for very long, however, you had the... Where's the fucking window? Broken pub window. Taped over the broken window to make it safer. Is this it? Yay! Cheers, man!
You last saw that sticky tape 2 months ago, is that correct?
Yes.
So how come you used it last week to tape over the broken window outside? That's the same tape.
Well, I must have been mistaken.
You see,
yeah, and a bit shaken, and other things
is that it's exactly the same tape that was found attached to Kate's driving license.
You would think a detective would have seen
the tape,
the similarities.
Only Ryan has. Ryan, and of course, you.
I mean, that's not very perceptive of him, is it?
Who's got the tape now? Do you know where it is?
No, I don't know where it is. Why are you asking me about this tape?
You seem nervous, Rebecca. Is there a problem?
Well, you're practically accusing me of having something to do with that woman's murder, aren't you?
I wasn't accusing you of anything, Rebecca. Unless there's something you'd like to tell me.
No, I wouldn't like to tell you anything.
Oh, dude, come on. What's your favourite colour?
Obviously, we'll be swabbing everyone in the area for DNA, so if anything comes up on Kate's license, DNA traces.
What'll come up? Nothing will come up. Right, I've had enough. I've got to get back.
Rebecca!
Steady on. Let's not all run off.
Would you like to explain to me exactly what is going on?
Which bit? The fact that some leggy bitch was trying to steal my husband?
Oh, a bunch of them were, actually.
You had better tell me what you know, Rebecca.
Okay. You want to know what I know?
Yes, please.
Kate Vine seduced my husband and was going to blackmail him.
And was doing a pretty good job of it as well.
That whore did it just for his money. Our money.
You could have sold some guitars, couldn't you?
I heard her. I knew it was her arguing with Emma Bowman. Emma was trying to talk her out of it.
And how did she come to be at the lake?
She dropped that driving licence thing when she came in. She was drunk. She dropped her bag. I took it out to the woods and stuck it over the lake. Then I waited for her.
It's basically a big old coincidence. Simon drugged her. Ryan was a piece of shit.
Someone had just run off into the woods with it.
Sort of
you led her to the lake.
She was reaching out over the lake to get it. I didn't do anything. She just fell in.
But you let her drown.
It was dark. I couldn't see anything. I couldn't help her.
Really? Did you try, Rebecca?
Well, it was too late. She was just flapping about in the water. It was pathetic. She was making these gurgling sounds.
And what did you do?
I got
absolutely squat.
I just pushed her down with it until she stopped. Well, she was dead anyway. What did it matter?
You killed her, Rebecca.
But she slept with my husband.
She didn't,
that's
Rebecca.
Perfectly reasonable.
What do you mean?
You got the wrong girl.
It was Emma.
Who?
Actually, we might not want to
Emma.
Tell her that because...
It was Emma.
Yeah, it was.
Rebecca Rand, I am arresting you for the murder of Kate Vine. You do not have to say anything, but anything you do say may be taken down.
Told you she was a witch. Actually, when are we going to get to the whole scrying mirrors, summoning demons, ghosts, and mirrors thing, or is that all a red herring?
Yes.
Yes. Sad, isn't it? Well, tally-ho.
So, it appears that Kate Vine's death was a tragic case of mistaken identity. But there are some loose threads here. What was Ryan doing with Kyle and that girl in the woods? What if I hadn't interrupted?
Well, you didn't give me a chance to find out.
What really happened to Liam last year? It seems I've only scratched the surface of Atlas and the Rand business empire. Trying to find out about Paul Rand's past is like peering into dense fog. He gives nothing away and covers his tracks with military efficiency. However, what is known is that Paul Rand has a lot of connections in high places. Politicians, celebrities, business leaders. Perhaps James Wilson's ideas weren't too wide of the mark after all. I get the
that's interesting.
There's still a lot more to learn about the Rand business empire.
And sadly, we will never find out.
Excuses. Atlas is closed for the moment. But will be open again very soon. Thank you for your interest.
I guess that was it. Da 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 da. All right. Well, yes, that was a bit of sequel hype. I do agree with. First of all, let's see here. Horace says she was going to drown, so then she drowned her. Well, that is a load of nonsense, and I completely agree with that. That's a really weird thing to do. I just shoved her in the pool and then just kept her head. Also, you poke someone with a stick until they drown. It's a really weird way to commit murder. I like the mistaken identity thing. However, and I have already pointed this out once, but it bears repeating. Jenks is carrying around this driver's license with that little bit of tape on it for the entire game. He sees the tape being used on the pub window outside, and it never occurs to him to ask, why is this tape also used to fix your window? I mean, is it special? Was it special tape? I don't, because it must have been. Maybe he just didn't realize it was special tape. Also, he showed the driver's license to Simon very early. I think Simon's the first person you talk to, really. You just hand him that, and he never at any point goes, oh wait, that tape looks familiar. Also, it's very special tape that I just happen to have something with. It seems like a lot of roundabout stuff was happening. Well, that was interesting. A lot of roundabout stuff was happening for a case that could have been solved in about 10 to 15 minutes, I feel. Which is very nice. Dedicated to Paul Darrow. That's very nice. We hope you enjoyed playing Contradiction. This was an experimental independent game made on a tiny budget. If you liked it, please leave a review of the game and make yourself heard. Your support is vital if we are to raise funding for a sequel. One that we sadly know never happened. Now I'm starting to talk like Paul. So yeah, they never really did get around to doing that, which is kind of a shame because I think if they'd been allowed to continue, they might have, you know, done some, you know, polishing up of the interface. Especially was what really kept me from truly enjoying this game. I felt the story was okay, had some plot holes, but all in all, the acting was not bad for most of the time, and it was decently filmed, I think. At least if it was on a shoestring budget and all that. Yeah, all that red herring business with the scrying mirrors and the ghosts in the mirrors and all that, and Emma looking very strangely into the mirror, seemed like it was going somewhere, and they're probably saving that for the sequel. At least that's what I think the Demon Head is about. But anyway, surprisingly, best actor in the game, the dude who played Simon, which is kind of weird because he was a bit of a pissant, wasn't he? I had no idea who this Ryan. No, wait, not Ryan. That snotty dude who was following Ryan's every command, the little weasel with the knife and shit. Never really got his deal. He was just a lackey, I think. The drunk guy, not really sure who he was. And the whole IT guy, Kyle was his name. Thank you, Onyx. But overall, I enjoyed it. If anything, they just needed a better UI and a better way of correlating notes, because that was the thing that just ended up pissing me off a bit, and probably needed to have gone through the script an extra time because a couple of plot holes there. But overall, the world needs more of these. And what was that? Yeah, more demons needed. Vocabra says, time for SQH to record a sequel in which Atlas moves to Denmark. No, they can stay the fuck away, can't they? And Kyle was just a thug. It's too bad you confront what X character says to what another character says, but maybe the listing would end up being too long, perhaps. Yeah, they just... I mean, the whole thing was... And that's another thing. It's I read John Walker's review of it on Rock Paper Shotgun. He didn't leave any spoilers, but he did say that it was very obviously a tablet game that had been hurriedly ported to PC, and it does kind of seem that way, because I think you could have made a lot more streamlined UI. Of course, it has to work on both the tablet and the PC, but fuck it. It's getting very late here, but we did manage to finish it in a couple of hours. I'm actually kind of glad about that. So, Horace says, I wonder if there's an alternate ending. I don't really see how they could have. Shoestring Buddy. That's another thing. Of course, it would have been wonderful if they'd had several paths you could go down, several avenues of questioning. So you could go down the supernatural path, or you could go down the mistaken identity path, and maybe even the killer would turn out to be different depending on what you chose. But there wasn't a lot of choice involved in this game, so oh well. Anyway, there's a bug on my screen. I'll get rid of him later. Things to reiterate is, of course, that next Tuesday we will be starting an hour early. So if you plan to watch me play The Seventh Guest, which we will be starting next Tuesday, you have to get here an hour earlier. It starts at 2300 o'clock. That is 11 p.m. Sorry, we use military time over here. 11 p.m. Tuesday, Denmark time. Please just type into Google 11 p.m. Denmark in, and then whatever city you're in. That'll show you exactly what time it is. And Zeriar, of course, invites you to join the Space Quest Historian Discord, which is where fun things happen. And that's a very nice segue into, well, I did say we were going to play The Seventh Guest next Tuesday, but I really do mean we, because if you go to patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian, you can just donate like $1 or something, and you'll be invited into the special backers only part of the Discord channel. Now, see, this is where it gets interesting. That backers only part of the Discord has a backers only audio channel. So, someone cheered. Thank you, VT Marik. The backers only audio channel will be open when I play The Seventh Guest. So whatever you say in there will be transmitted live through the stream, so you can actually help me play it. And if that's not enough, I will also be giving out a Parsec link to backers on the backer Discord, which means that if you follow that link, if you have the Parsec client, you can come in and watch me play the game in real time. You can actually just, it's just a screen sharing app, and you can watch me play it real time, with the added kicker that I can enable mouse support for anyone who's watching over Parsec, so they can take over the game and help me solve the puzzles. I'm trying to get a really interactive feeling going in this community. I love the idea of playing with other people, not just, you guys sitting there and watching me. Oh shit, the Discord link doesn't work. I will fix. Hang on a bit. Create invite. Here we go. This one expires in 1 day, but it really should work. Can we delete all your files? No, because you will only have access to the mouse, and you need to be quick with the mouse, because I will have hotkeys to disable people's mouse control. If they start going outside the game window, don't worry, I'll be on that like a thing on a thing that it really enjoys or has a strong devotion to. So no, and also if you're hopefully if you're donating to me Patreon to get in on this action, then that would hopefully mean that you actually enjoy participating instead of just trying to fuck me up. Anyway, I am leaving a link to the Patreon thing, which is easily patreon.com/SpaceQuestHistorian. $1 a month gets you into the backer thing, and that gets you into the, I mean, you don't have to take control of the whole thing. You can just stay in the voice chat and just, chat while the thing is going on. But if you want to get it and play, the Parsec thing is also a thing. Now, you will have to install the Parsec Gaming client. You just go to parsecgaming.com, and then when it's time to play, just have the client open, and I'll shoot a link out in the Discord. You just click that link, opens automatically in Parsec, and off you fuck. So, that's about it, really. Excuse me. Like flies on shit. That's a good one. Andy P. Round of applause. That's a good one. I like that. So anyway, that was long story short, and that was, in fact, Contradiction. How do I quit this game? Save game and exit. Yes. We cheated I cheated 4 times. I'm only 96% through the game, which is weird. And I made 10 phone calls. So, current game saved locally. Well, that's fucking brilliant, isn't it? So, this is around the time when I hover my mouse over the stop streaming button and say thank you so much for watching, for helping me out, for just being here. And if you're watching on the VOD, then thank you for watching indeed. Please like and subscribe and all that shit, but fuck it. Yes. You know what? I guess that's it. I don't have to, do these big, long-winded outros. But yeah, why saving the game? We're finished. I know exactly. But thanks everyone for checking in. And I will see you at 11 on Tuesday, not midnight, 11 Danish time. And until then, well, actually, I'll see you Sunday as well, because we're playing more Tex Murphy Overseer. So please join me for that. That's at 2 p.m. Danish time. But anyway, until whenever we see each other again, I will see you around the Chrono stream, okay? That's starting to sound a bit weird when I say it like that. But anyway, flap flap. See you later.